Speaker, I seek unanimous consent to invest the House for 1 minute and revise and extend my remarks.
Without objection, the distinguished gentleman from California is recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Well, it ought to be obvious, American schools are for American students. This should not be a controversial statement, yet in the last few months, cities such as New York and Chicago, for example, across the U.S. have started to use schools as shelters for illegal immigrants. All of this is a result of the Biden administration's failed border policies that have turned every state into a border state, regardless if they're actually near the border. The policies have only further encouraged more illegal immigration because of the promise of illegal immigrants being allowed to remain in our country with proper process and cushy food and housing. The tab for all this, of course, is being picked up by the American taxpayer. The recent expansion of these programs into schools is an insult to the reason public schools even exist, to provide a free education that teaches the kids necessary skills for them to be successful in life, all of which stand to be disrupted by illegal immigrants being housed in their school gyms, classrooms, and taking up the resources that rightfully belong to the American students. This is why we need the Schools Not Shelters Act by Mr. Molinaro from New York. We can't guarantee who are even coming into these shelters or if the information we have on them is at all accurate. And we certainly can't promise parents that there will be no harm to their kids. A controlled border solves these issues, and the Schools Not Shelters Act is a very important key to starting on that. I yield back.
The gentleman